Welcome back, Combat Insiders. Joshua Furs here with the man smiling, Sam Alvey. Sam, I'm going to be honest. I just kind of want to jump right into it. It's kind of the elephant in the room, right?
Yeah.
You fought Jimmy Crute over the weekend, UFC 234 Australia, and there was some controversy, right? The whole thing with Marc Goddard and the kind of premature stoppage. I could talk about it, but I'd like to hear your opinion straight from your mouth. I guess maybe kind of start from the point. You got a little rocked. You went down, you held his kick, took him down, rolled over. He was punching. It looked like to me, okay, you were covering up pretty good, and it looked like most of his shots hit your arm and your shoulder. That's just from my viewpoint. I guess kind of tell us what was going through your brain and how do you interpret what happened?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to. I'll never make excuses. I lost. Jimmy Crute was a better man. It's fantastic for him. I hope he never loses. I hope if I just lost Jimmy Crute, he goes on to be the next Nurmagomedov. He'll be 27-0, and I'll just be another one of his numbers. That's what I hope. But that being said, I was not done yet. There was more of a fight to take place, and it's just killing me what MMA is coming to as far as these stoppages go. A lot of fans and the referees, and they all like to say, well, we're looking out for the fighter safety. We're fighting, we're fist fighting, we're kicking each other in the face as hard as we can. It is not a safe sport. That being said, what really happens when a bad stoppage, when a premature stoppage happens, is all the training I did is now for waste. All the damage I took throughout an 8-week, well, for him it was a little short notice, but through my whole camp, that's where the damage takes place. And the referee just wasted it. That referee just let me take 8 weeks punishment with no reward.
Right.
And that's what the fans don't understand. They could, you know what, people complain about late stoppages and this and that. Fans are so ignorant when it comes to that. Now, I hate knocking on fans, but they're ignorant when it comes to that. MMA, when you get that shot, your brain kind of shuts down. It goes into a little protective coma. You can take extra shots, and it does no additional damage to the brain. It's no real damage. You can still you can swell more, you can bruise more, stuff like that, but you're not taking that much more damage. So I would much, much, much rather see a late stoppage than an early stoppage. As for my stoppage, I was dropped. It was a hell of a punch. He caught me with a little clean hook as I was coming in. Well, watching, I'm not even sure what I was trying to do, but I was doing something, and I got caught, and I hit the ground, and I sprung back up. As I sprung up, he was kind of walking away. I don't know why. I didn't hit that hard, but I sprung back up. He came in, threw a head kick, and through my days, I was rocked and dying and all that. I caught a head kick. I mean, it wasn't an accident. His foot didn't land there. I caught his head kick, and I turned it into a takedown.
Yep.
He's a very talented fighter. Off the takedown, he kind of scooted his butt out. He ended up on top, and he rolled through. Which, power to him. Again, he's 10-0 for a reason.
Right.
He got on top. He threw some punches. I blocked most of them. I had my thumb up, and the majority of them did not hit my head. I was not taking any real damage, and they stopped it. Now, he stopped it early. I believe he even admitted he stopped it early. He didn't mean to. It happened. The referees have a tough job. They're got to find that fine line between what's too much and what's not enough. And I would imagine, I've never done it, but I'd imagine it's hard to do. But now that's 2 fights in a row, he screwed me out of any chance of creating a fight. He stopped my last fight against Nogueira. Nogueira, again, I got caught. I got to work on that. I got to quit getting caught. But I got caught, and I was in the midst of a takedown. And honestly, I don't know if I would have gotten the takedown. Maybe Nogueira would have sprawled. Maybe I would have gotten the takedown. He would have submitted me. I don't know. I was cheated out of the ability to find out. I gave 8 weeks of my life for a camp, only to have a taken away from me. Again, it's a tough spot for a referee to be in. I can only fault Marc Goddard for so much. But at this point, I am going to, at least in my fights, I'm going to say he is an itchy trigger finger. I want a referee who is going to let a fight happen. If Marc Goddard had been the referee during Dan Henderson versus Shogun, it would not be in the Hall of Fame. It would have been over. The fight would have been called. The fight would have been called. If Frankie Edgar versus Clayton Gray Maynard, 1 or 2, if Marc Goddard was the referee, I don't
Yeah.
believe he was. How embarrassing would that be if he was the referee right now? I should have Googled that first. I don't think he was. The fights would have been called. Or maybe he's just, maybe because of fans, maybe because of overreaching commissions, his opinion of what a fight-ending sequence is has changed. Either way, I strongly disagree with what it is becoming. I disagree with any fan that says it was done too much, too little. They have to put themselves in. As a fighter, I know what I'm going to do. I know what can happen to me. I know exactly how dangerous this sport is, and I'm willing to risk it. I do not need a referee in there making sure I'm not hurt. I want the referee in there to make sure the other guy's not cheating. That's what the referee should be. If I'm getting hit too much, or my corner can throw in a towel just as easily as the referee can stop a fight.
Right.
Understand the sport. I understand me as a fighter, understand what's going on far better than the referees do. So that's my opinion. I don't want to hold Marc Goddard to any standard. It'd be real easy for me to just hate him forever and all that. He's got a tough job. I understand it. But I do believe the culture of MMA and fans and people like it needs to be relaxed. It needs to be more of what it used to be.
Man, what to pick out of that? I'd like to bring up something that Big John McCarthy talked about, and this was right after the Dillashaw Cejudo fight, where they talked about the early stoppage with that, and that whole kind of thing. He talked about how obviously he's a veteran referee, he's seen it all, done it all, blah blah blah. But he said that for referees that say they have to ref the fight the same, they don't know what they're doing. Meaning by that is, he said, with certain fighters, he believes that you have to referee just a little bit different based on the fighter, because certain fighters have different tendencies. Certain fighters can absorb more damage than others. Certain fighters can't absorb more damage than others. And as you kind of really, as I'm sure as many fights as he's repped and he's seen everybody, he knows what everybody can pretty much take, and he knows when someone's actually hurt, right? And like you said, referee is a tough job. I don't want to bash the referee, because I couldn't do that shit. I couldn't do it. But like you said, each referee, the referees have to really go in there, I think, with a different mindset, because like you said, you can absorb a hell of a lot more damage than he gave you credit for. Stopped it too early. Maybe, you know what, man? Maybe it wouldn't have changed anything, but maybe it would have. Maybe you would have got up. Maybe he would have burned himself out. Maybe he would have tired himself out trying to finish you. Maybe you could have hopped up and finished it. I don't know. You don't know. He doesn't know. Do you have that capability? 110%. And I think that's the thing that's frustrating. And I obviously to you more than anybody, because you're the one that kind of got screwed more than anybody. So really, nobody else's opinion really matters. Your opinion is really the one that matters in this. But it's just really frustrating when I see something like this happen. And it's a woulda, coulda, shoulda. Jimmy Crute is great. Like you said, no bash on him either. But it's just really frustrating all the way around, man.
I even try and justify it. It might have possibly cheated him out of a $50,000 bonus.
Right.
It could have.
Yeah.
What happens if I did recover? And I feel like I was. I felt I knew what I was doing. I was conscious enough to put my thumb up. I was circling and I was looking for leg. And I think the count was like 16 or 17 punches he landed on my shoulder. The likelihood of that adrenaline dump is high. And if I came back and won, or if I came back and dropped me again in round 2, or whatever happened.
Right.
That is a fight that the fans now will never get to see. He and I will never get to do. And the potential of an extra $50,000 for him is taken off the table. I forgot to mention, before all of my fights, I always talk to the ref. And my words are, hey, ref, whoever it is, I can take an ass whooping. So please, I can take a punch. It's going to happen if I'm on the ground. Because my last fight against Nogueira, I felt was stopped early as well. And it was with Goddard as a referee. I it was like 6 extra minutes I spent talking with him, trying to. I would never insult anyone for doing their job, and he thought it was early,
Right.
or whatever it was.
Right.
I said, listen, this is what I'm training this, and I went over and he said, thumbs up means you're good to go, which is probably in over 50 fights is the first time I've ever put a thumb up. We had just talked about it not an hour before.
Yeah.
And then my coach even said, hey, would you like me to try at this point? No way he'll stop 2 of my fights early. No chance. And it happened again. So it's, nothing but respect for Mark, but I will not have him as my referee again. I can't trust he won't pull a fight early.
Well, just out of curiosity, how does that work? Is there like an official thing you can do to, I guess, I don't want to use the word protest, but is there something official where you can say, hey, look, I'll fight whoever, but this guy is not reffing my fights? I mean, is that something you can actually demand? Like, is that like through your contract or through the state, or how does that even work?
The UFC bends over backwards to make sure that fighters are happy. I know I will not risk another loss on a referee I don't trust. And I trust him he can ref other guys. Other guys might even like the stoppage. I've cornered people that have stopped me. Sam, I could, if I'm out, I'm out. Right. Where they don't like that extra shot rule. And Mark could be great for someone else. But as far as I'm concerned, I would not be able to fight competently with that fear that Goddard's going to stop it. Maybe I don't know what I would have had to have done in that particular situation for him not to have stopped it. But if I ever get there again and he's there, what if I pull guard and then he really lights me up and then my face, or if I just try and stand up, or if that thought in my head is he's going to stop it, you have to do something reckless, is there. I don't want that. I want every opportunity to be able to fight like myself.
Are there any thoughts of possibly protesting the finish, the stoppage?
No. I had lost that part of the fight, and it's not Jim's fault that. I guess it is his fault I lost the jerk, but it's not really. I mean, my phone went somewhere. It's nothing to do with him. He did wonderfully, outclassed me that day, and it was wonderful. He's about the nicest guy I've ever fought, and I would never do anything to try and hurt him outside of the cage.
Right.
Mark, that's all it is, and I'm sure he'll be fine not cornered or not reffing my fight again. I'm sure he will.
Sam, what's next for you, man? Because I know you like to stay busy. You're a guy that likes to get right back in there. What's next for you coming up? Does your plans to kind of just recover from this, get right back in, and get a fight as soon as possible, or take some time off, or?
Shoot, I got back from Australia yesterday morning. I practiced today already. I really am fine from the weekend, so I'm going to keep my weight down. I'm going to go forwards and see what the referee see what the UFC thinks. If I can get a fight in May, that would be wonderful. That'd give me plenty of time to relax, chill, recover, and train. If they want me to fight again in April or February, I'm always game. I'm always.
Hey Sam, do the April 30th card in Philly, because I'll be at that one. So
April 30th.
Yeah. Do the April 30th card in Philly. We'll be there at that one. So
I'll see what I can do.
See if you can make it happen. But man, Sam Alvey.
People call those their people.
Yeah, man, there you go. Sam Alvey, we thank you so much, man. Like I said, thanks for stopping by. Like I said, I know you just got back from Australia. I'm sure you want to spend time with your family and relax and all that good stuff. So we appreciate your time so much, making a few minutes with us. And everybody, that's Smiling Sam Alvey. I'm Josh Furs, and we're Combat Insiders.
Hey, thank you.